channel. I am the Nurse Haskins, and thank you guys for subscribing. You'll see the link below, and also you'll see the links in the corners of the pages, which will link you to my Facebook page, also to my Instagram page, where I post daily notes. I post weekly study tips on how to study once you're in nursing school. This week, I'm going to talk to you guys about what to do once you're in nursing school, because I talked about the process last time. So once you're in nursing school, I will say, I've gotten a lot of questions from people, so I'll go ahead right to it. Once you get in, the best thing to do is to get yourself an internship. If you're not already a certified nursing assistant, I would advise you to go ahead and become a certified nursing assistant. With that being said, a lot of schools do require you to become a nursing assistant because it gives you the hands-on ability to get used to working with patients, get used to taking vital signs, get used to that bedside commitment, and also the reactions with patients and also family members, right? Some of the questions I got, and I'll go ahead and address just 3 questions today. One question was, how do you study when you get this big syllabus and you have like 6 chapters to study, you have an exam in less than 2 weeks, and you don't know where to start? I would say do it in increments. Study at least 1 to 2 chapters at a time. Set yourself a schedule where you're studying at least 1 to 2 chapters at a time. Again, like I said in the last video, rewrite your notes. If you're in class and your teacher's going over the chapters that you're going to have to take a test on, ask questions. Don't be afraid to ask questions. I was a question asker. I'm sorry. Before we end this class, I have a question. What did you mean when you said this? If you're not someone like me, I'm very, very bold, so I'll ask questions. If you're very shy like some people, email your teacher before the test. Don't get to the end of the class where you're going to test tomorrow and you haven't got your questions answered. So ask questions, rewrite your notes, and email if you need to. Next part of that question had to do with setting aside study schedule. I would say at least 2 hours in increments per chapter. You have to retain the information, not just read it. If you're not retaining what you're reading, it's not going to stick. So with that being said, rewrite your notes, ask questions, and not, like I said in the last video, go to a study group. A lot of people retain information differently. I may retain it by rewriting my notes. You may retain it by hearing it from someone else. Go back and I say kind of give that information to someone else, let someone test you on the material. All those things will be helpful when it's time to test. I hope that's very helpful. I'm going to go ahead and move on to my next point. What do you do when you failed? Like you have high expectations of yourself and then you fail the test. Again, I'll say don't give up. It's a process. So you're not going to pass every test, or maybe you got a 96. I have a student who came and was like, oh, I got a 90 and I'm an A student. Okay. As long as you pass. I mean, nursing school is not something where you're going to come out and you're going to make all A's. You have to be comfortable with failure. You have to, because if you go to your next test with that same attitude, then it's going to put you in a space where you're going to go into it with a negative attitude. So take that, check it up, find out why you failed. Go back, meet with your teacher if you need to, if it's weekly, if it's every other day. Understand why you failed. Read the rationale for the question. Understand what made you choose the wrong answer. So again, I hope that these study tips are helping you. I hope that me answering your questions on what works for you is also helping you. With that being said, lastly, I'll say take opportunity. And when I say opportunity, I mean opportunity to grow. If there's labs that you're able to go to, if there's, what they call it now, simulation labs, where you can go into the lab and you can work with the dummies that are in the lab. It's a little different when I went to school, but there are so many opportunities out there for you to take. Take every opportunity that is handed to you. It will help you in the long run. It'll help you to understand why things happen the way they do. And I always tell people, nursing is like a puzzle, just like medicine is. It's not much different. Nursing is like a puzzle. Once you put the pieces together, you'll get it. Thank you for visiting my YouTube channel. Again, I am the Nurse Haskins. Have an awesome day.